Steven Coreno right here with Gabriela Fundora, Gabby Fundora, whichever. You're fighting this Saturday, October 8th, on the undercard of your brother. First, we got to talk about that. How cool is that? And how young were you guys when you guys started talking about, like, man, imagine, you know, one day we're going to be pros, we're going to be fighting on the same card. When was kind of the manifestation of that begin for you guys?
I like to think as soon as I turned pro last year, I was always talking about we're going to become, not only just be on the same card together, but we'll become champions. We're going to bring each other up, you know, we're going to become world champions, and then hopefully, you know what, he'll be on my card.
Exactly. I like that. I like that. Man, he's got a big fight. Carlos Ocampo, his only loss, I want to say, is to Errol Spence, the one loss to Errol Spence. How do you see it playing out? He was obviously in a war last time as well, dug it out. Let's talk about that first, actually. Were you kind of nervous in that fight? I mean, you know, your brother got dropped. It was a really back and forth battle there against Erickson Lubin.
I wasn't really nervous, honestly. I watched him train, so I always knew what he has and what he's going to put out in the ring. Mm-hmm. So he took that knee, yeah, but I saw his face because it was literally in our corner. Mm-hmm. I saw his face, and I was like, okay, you could tell he's not hurt at all. So he got up, and look, the next round over, it was over. Right. It was over, so he knew what he was doing. I had the confidence, always had the confidence in him, so look where he's at today.
Is there any pressure, or do you guys talk about, like, the, you know, kind of the, what is it, like the face value of, like, you know, Errol Spence knocked him out in one round. Obviously, Carlos has gotten a lot more victories, a lot of knockouts at 54. Is there a pressure to try to look better than Errol Spence? I mean, it's hard to kind of beat someone more than you know, knocking him out in the first round. But is that in the mentality of his at all?
No, Sebastian's his own person, so it's not like he's going to try to compete. Errol Spence is a world-class fighter, so you can't compare the two, you know? Right. And they're different at different weight classes, too. So Sebastian's who he is, and he's going to put his performance on. He's going to give the fans what they want.
He's obviously a tall guy. You know, I talked to him about how long he plans on staying at 54, and he says, you know, I don't know, maybe after the holidays he might not make the weight anymore. Do you see him staying at 54 much longer?
Yeah, honestly, he's making the weight easy. That's honestly a question for God. So right. whatever God says, it's maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Right. But you know, hopefully not tomorrow. But hopefully not tomorrow. But you know, but I'm saying that's however his body grows. Mm-hmm.
How does a fight between him and Jermell play out, do you think, for the Undisputed, if it ends up happening? Oh,
Sebastian trains to win. Sebastian trains to win, so that's what we go for, you know. We train hard. I see him training every day hard, puts in the extra effort to do these things, so I think it'll be a great fight, very good fight.
I hope it happens. We talked about Errol Spence. Obviously, Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. Hopefully, we get it this year. Do you lean one way or the other with those two guys?
No, maybe Errol Spence a little bit more, but just because of his boxing ability, I think he's more technical. But Terence Crawford is a really good fighter too, so I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Your brother told me Errol Spence as well, and I'll be honest, I ask a lot of people, they tend to tell me Terence Crawford. I want to say like 85, 90% Terence and then Spence.
I just think Errol Spence is a little bit more slicker, just a little bit more. I think his boxing is a little bit more. In that sense, I feel with his defense. His defense is pretty good.
How does he deal with the switching of Terence Crawford, do you think?
I don't know. That's a question for him. I don't know, but he just does his thing. Mm-hmm. Does his thing.
Gabrielle, tell the fans where they can follow you and where they can see your fight this weekend.
You can follow me on Instagram at Fundora Gabriela. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, Gabriela Fundora, even on TikTok.
There it is. Oh, you know, before I let you go, the big card next week with Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, and Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner. Well, who wins those fights?
That's very tough fights. I can't even say. I don't know. Yeah. Those are really good fights, really, really good fights. Yeah. Stay tuned on that one.
Gabrielle, thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated.